We made it. 4:30 Thursday afternoon. Here I am to talk about all things building your own private practice. Nobody burnt down. It wasn't a literal fire. I did have somebody make that comment to me today that they were very concerned that I was putting out a literal fire. There was no smoke, no fire alarms, no men in firemen's uniforms either. But yeah, it felt rather alarming here for a couple of hours this afternoon, and I had to put my phone away because if I tried to speak to some people who contributed to the fires that needed putting out, I may now be up on some other types of inappropriate behavior charges. So best thing to do is when you know you're not in a good space is remove yourself from the situation. So I'm grateful for that. Feels a bit like an overreaction today, but it really bugged me. Hey Beck, lovely to see you. No fires where you're concerned. So, and I think too, it was made worse today. I haven't been well this week, hence missing in action. I didn't realize that I was flaring up until this morning when I woke up and went, oh, this still feels bad. So, I'm okay. I'm starting to feel much better. It's just been one of those weeks that's really tough. So people who are living with chronic illnesses of any sort, we have periods of time when we're great. We have days when we're not great. I'm fortunately having a lot more days when I'm good than I'm not good, but it makes having a bad day even tougher mentally for me at the moment. I actually go through a period of grieving when I have a bad day. So I've actually been in bed quite a lot this week, helping my body recover from whatever it needs to recover from. And I grieved for what I feel like is a loss of function and a loss of life and a loss of vitality. I have to work hard on my mindset and remember that it wasn't all that long ago that being in bed 3 days a week was my normal. And if that's just 1 week out of months this year, I don't think I'm doing too bad. So there we go. Cheers to Joe. But what's been interesting is I felt quite foggy-headed and unproductive this week. So even though Tuesday was a great day, I just felt like I wasn't on my game, and it was taking me a long time to focus and get into activity, which is unusual for me. I can usually go bang, 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 which may not be healthy, but it is what it is. But I found today when I got so mad and I was so disappointed and felt so betrayed and so let down, not saying that it spurred me into action. So I've got another week of the 5 favorite people content reviewed, ready to go. Oh my goodness, this group is having some amazing results. I'll get to that in a second. And then I pumped out a fabulous blog post for the Gloss magazine, which is due tomorrow as well. So all of a sudden I was just like, I was like a mad woman typing away and getting all this stuff done. So anger was my motivator this afternoon. Don't think it needs to be that way, people. It was just tricked something in me or flicked a switch in me today that's actually been really useful and quite helpful. So there you go. And if any of you read that post where I was putting out the fires, it is in relation to managing people. And I know I'm not the only person that struggles with people in our businesses. We can't avoid the fact that we have people in our businesses. We're about serving the humans, and we need other humans to help serve the humans. But nobody is ever going to get your business, your life, the commitment that you have to your thing as much as you do. And there's probably no malice intended today, just the way life goes. But we forget that the person that we feel let down by doesn't understand all the mechanics of what's led to that. They don't understand. So for me today, I felt let down by somebody, and it resulted in a complaint from 2 customers. One of them brand new, one of them international. So for me, that was horrendous. I felt sick to my stomach. I wanted to cry because we work so hard to bring new business on. We work so hard to support our team members and promote them very positively and engage. Like, I don't recruit just anyone. If you're a part of my team, like, you've had to prove yourself worthy to be here. And it was just a reaction from me where it was like, where I just felt like I'd been working so flippin' hard for not a lot of reward. And I think we all have those reactions, and we take some of this stuff really personally. Now, I'm able to share this today because the issue's dealt with, the problem's been resolved, the person and I are on good terms. It's okay. I'm just sharing with you that in the moment we have reactions to things that will trigger things in us, reactions to things that will... Sorry, Sophie's just gone. Oh, good. Phew. I thought I'd said something completely inappropriate then. We will be triggered. There will be things that cause us to respond in unhelpful ways, and we need to know how to manage our behavior around that. It's not acceptable for us as leaders in our business to air everything willy-nilly. It's not acceptable for us to tear into people. It's not acceptable for us to not manage our emotions. It's not acceptable for, and that's hard, because sometimes it feels like all you're doing is managing one strong emotion after another strong emotion after another strong emotion, and we're vulnerable. We're humans too. So it's about knowing when you need to take yourself out of the situation, when you need to put other things inside to help relieve the pressure. So for me today, Sophie, she was the go-between. She was the person that helped keep things running and making sure that I didn't speak to anybody in a way that was inappropriate. Sophie was also able to help me calm down in the moment and just let me vent and get it out, and also hear me about my own disappointment in that situation. And I think that's really tough for a lot of people who are solo operators or don't have the type of access of having a person inside your business with you. So please, if that's you, if you're on your own, can you build some mechanisms into your world so that you've got a pressure valve release? Make sure that there's good people in your world that you can send a text message to and go, hey, I just need 5 minutes to vent. I need some perspective given. I need an opportunity to challenge my behavior. Not all business owners are human. Oh, Beck McMurray. Oh, golly. Okay. Phew. Okay, that is a bit of an inside joke. And we've possibly all met the non-human business owner, but I'm assuming that if you're watching this video and you're in this community and a part of my world, then being human is core to how you want to operate in your business. So here's to being a human business owner. So my 5 favorite people program, we are motoring through, and what was delightful yesterday was that the people who turned up for the group call were all apologetic for not having gotten the homework done. And they were apologetic for not having gotten the homework done because they were all out either doing new work that's come in to the business, meeting with the people who are going to become a part of their referral network, and driving new business opportunities and developing their business. Not one person who turned up on this call yesterday was being avoidant. They were all doing the work that needed to be done. And I just find that absolutely fantastic, because they're probably 2 weeks behind. So, you know, it's a 12-week program, and they've had results by about week 6, week 7, which is always my prediction, that they will start getting more work and not know how to handle all of the new work that's coming into their businesses. And I am so proud to say that there was one person who joined this program as a last-ditch effort. She had been talking about needing to go and get a job as an employee to ease some of the financial burden because her business changed, because that's the nature of the beast sometimes. And she's now rethinking she doesn't need to do that. It's a done deal. She's got new business. She's doing new work. She'll get there. I'm really, really thrilled that just by being focused on building these relationships, being focused on having the language that you need to be able to communicate effectively, being taught how to listen to what's really being said rather than just the words that are coming out of somebody's mouth, that we've been able to save another private practice. Woohoo! Go us! Yay! That makes me happy. Not that employment is bad, but sometimes employment isn't a great fit. I know that I'm not a good fit for another employer. So if I ever come to you looking for a job, your answer needs to be no. I wouldn't be good for you. Hello, Priscilla, who has been marketing the entrepreneurial clinician for me today. Thank you very much for that. Much, much appreciated. And it was very exciting this morning, yesterday, I think, that I went into my royalties there's a page on my book website where I can find out my royalties, and I'm going to get royalties for having written a book that other people are selling. That's a bit of fun. It's always nice to see new cash coming into your business from alternative income streams. Does that make me want to write another book? Yeah, it does. That didn't make me want to write another book. I do want to write another book, but it's not happening this year, I can assure you. Goodness me. So while I've got your undivided attention, oh, Paul, you're still awake too. What is with you Americans and your insomnia? What's going on? Is it another holiday tomorrow? Have I missed that? People of Western Sydney or Sydney, I need a rehab counsellor. I need a consultant rehab counsellor. If you know somebody who is looking for consultant rehab counselling work and you've got 5 years postgraduate experience and you think you'd be an awesome fit to the Purple Code team, please get in touch with me. I've actually had another service provider contact me today. They're also looking for somebody else, and I've actually know 3 regions at the moment who are looking for rehab counsellors. So Newcastle, Wagga, Sydney, preferably Western Sydney. We need really good quality rehab counsellors now. Oh, Paul, you're off tomorrow with the kids. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. So there you go. There's my new recruitment strategy. We'll see who's watching these videos. Gosh, okay. So my to-do list feels like it's continuing to grow, but that's all right. We're getting there. I am focusing on the things that need to be focused. This is my 2nd week into my 8 weeks preparing to get to Europe. So last week I had to let go of all my overthinking and my need to get out of my own way. This week I am learning the importance of my people resources and I guess I haven't quite finished working out what that specific lesson was because I feel like I want to blame everybody else for that situation, but we'll work that out and possibly by tomorrow afternoon we can celebrate my new learning about myself. So it's been, on the whole, a really good week here at Purple Co. I'm recovering and feeling much better. I am looking forward to catching up with you all tomorrow. Please come share the celebrations of your week. Even if it's only a Thursday, you're allowed to celebrate on a Thursday. Let's start empowering, celebrating, sharing all the great stuff that we've got going on, the lives that we're changing, and the influence that we've actually got in the world. So until tomorrow, go be your awesome self.